A new decision from Pope Leo XIV is already creating discussion across the Catholic world. On Thursday, the Pope approved a new regulation that gives diocesan bishops greater authority over autonomous monasteries. Specifically, it allows a bishop with Vatican approval to remove the major superior of an autonomous monastery. For many Catholics, this may sound like a technical change in canon law, but some observers believe it could have major consequences for religious communities in the future. The new regulation was announced through a Vatican document signed by Cardinal Pietro Parolin, the Vatican Secretary of State. Under the new rule, the Dicastery for Institutes of Consecrated Life and Societies of Apostolic Life can authorize a local bishop to issue a decree removing the superior of an autonomous monastery. In simple terms, a bishop may now have the authority to dismiss the leader of an independent monastery if serious reasons are presented and Vatican approval is obtained. The change is connected to Canon 699 Section 2 of the Code of Canon Law, which deals with the dismissal of members from religious institutes for grave causes. Interestingly, this follows earlier reforms introduced during the pontificate of Pope Francis. In 2022, Pope Francis modified the same canon, placing responsibility for dismissing members of autonomous monasteries primarily in the hands of the monastery's own superior rather than the local bishop. Now, the latest regulation appears to give bishops a more direct role in certain situations. The announcement quickly attracted attention online. Catholic commentator Marian Grant described the measure as one of the most revolutionary changes in the history of the Church. Meanwhile, Catholic podcaster Dr. Taylor Marshall called the development wild. Supporters of the change may argue that it provides bishops and the Vatican with an additional tool for addressing serious problems within religious communities. Critics, however, worry about how the rule could be used in practice. Some traditional Catholics are especially concerned because autonomous monasteries have historically enjoyed a significant degree of independence from local diocesan structures. They fear that communities with strong traditional practices could become more vulnerable to intervention from bishops who may disagree with them. These concerns are not entirely theoretical. In the United Kingdom, the Marian Franciscans, a traditional religious community, are currently facing dissolution after disagreements with their local bishop. Earlier this year, Bishop Andrew Mackenzie of Dunkeld informed the friars that they would need to leave the diocese. Cases like this have led some Catholics to wonder whether the new regulation could result in greater oversight of independent religious communities in the years ahead. Marian Grant argued that the change weakens some of the legal protections that historically safeguarded religious orders from outside interference. Others disagree and believe the new policy simply strengthens accountability within the Church. At this stage, many questions remain unanswered. How often will this authority be used? What standards will determine when a superior can be removed? And how will autonomous monasteries adapt to this new reality? One thing is certain. A change that may appear technical on paper is already generating significant discussion among Catholics worldwide. For supporters, it is a tool for better governance. For critics, it raises concerns about the future independence of religious communities. As the Church moves forward under Pope Leo XIV, many will be watching closely to see how this new authority is applied in practice.